the headlines. NDA launches manhunt for bandits. Nigerians speak on arms bearing for self-defense. RMFAC proposes new revenue sharing formula. And on the foreign scene, Putin says Russia will not meddle in Afghanistan. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News. For more news, follow us across all our social media platforms. Now on the news in full. Manhunt for the bandits that attacked the Nigerian Defense Academy, Afaka, Kaduna, has not produced any arrests so far. The academy is collaborating with other security agencies in the state to track the gunman that attacked the institution on Tuesday morning. Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arwan, pledges support to NDA at its trying moment. The bandits have reportedly shot Lieutenant Commander Wula and Flying Lieutenant Sia Mukurunku during the attack. A major was kidnapped and a second lieutenant sustained gunshot injury and is currently receiving treatment at NDA Hospital. Trust TV correspondent Fatima Laden sent this update.
This morning, bandits invaded the Nigerian Defense Academy permanent site and gained entrance into the residential area within the academy. The unknown gunmen killed two senior officers, Lieutenant Commander Wula and Flying Lieutenant CM Okoronko, and also abducted one personnel. This figure is according to a press release issued by the public relations officer of the academy. It says the NDA, community and cadets are safe in the academy. And according to the release also, the 1 Division Nigerian Army and Air Training Command, as well as other security agencies in the state, have since commenced the pursuit of the unknown gunmen within the general area with a view to tracking them and also rescuing the abducted personnel. This morning, a visit to the area, we've seen normalcy have returned and people are going about doing their normal daily activities. But even at that, this really calls for alarm. People are afraid that all hopes of the people they have vested on the Nigerian Academy, even if they can be attacked without, what becomes of the ordinary man in the state?
Still on NDA attack, Kabiru Adamu, an Abuja-based security analyst, has shared his perspective on the attack.
So we're told that they dressed in military uniforms. It's very likely that they had studied the security arrangement within the academy. It's also likely that they have collaborators from insiders that maybe gave them some level of information that they exploited. It's also likely that they understood the weaknesses within the access control mechanism in the academy and that they exploit to gain access into the academy. Now, from what we were told, they came at a time when it's likely that the security posture of the academy was at its lowest, ebb. And so those are the things they took advantage of. As you're aware, several parts of Kaduna have been under attack. In fact, even the location of the NDA Mando, Afaka specifically, not too long ago, a college was attacked. And we all know the consequence of that attack. So this does not really change in terms of the general outlook of Kaduna. It is concerning, like I said earlier on, because of course it's a military formation. But in terms of the general outlook and the consequence on the state, it doesn't really change much for the security of the state.
The recent attack on the Nigerian Defense Academy, a military institution meant to be one of the most secure, has generated reactions of some Abuja residents on insecurity ravaging the country. Trust TV samples opinion on the matter.
Then tell me, how can a nation as big as Nigeria, a military institution, is attacked by bandits? First and foremost, why can't you ask, you equip those bandits? Where do they get their guns?
You know, the security that is in the NDA. You know, the kind of profile people, men and women that are involved in NDA. For you to say it is attacked and most of the officers killed, to tell you what Nigeria is going to pass through, and we have started seeing it. You understand? So if that kind of thing, that kind of place could be attacked and some people killed or shot, what about you or myself that is just ordinary person on the roads?
If the person who is on top there is being kidnapped, then what of all of us that don't have anybody that will protect us? It means that they can kill us anywhere we are, and we are not safe. So there is nothing. The country is nothing again. I get me. The country is nothing.
We don't get security for country, because as they kidnap soldier, kidnap police, kidnap big man. What do you remain with poor people? With the pass for road, then go they kill us all one by one. Me, I agree. Make all our children, everybody protect himself for this Nigeria.
So you cannot tell me bandits will just come and kill people in Zamfara, kill people in this place. Just look at what is happening in the southeast. We labeled it unknown gunmen. How can you say unknown gunmen? When the last time gunmen soldier, we laughed. We saw it as the last Christmas. But now we intelligent men are labeling people that are shooting us unknown gunmen. Isn't it funny? Who is the unknown? Who is the gunman?
Still talking insecurity, communities in the northwestern and north-central regions of Nigeria have been facing challenges of banditry and kidnapping in recent times. Some governors in the region have asked residents to defend themselves by taking up arms against the bandits. Trust TV's Aisha Saliu speaks to a cross-section of people on the legality or otherwise of arms bearing. The details of this story will be coming up in our subsequent bulletin. 6 out of 136 abducted students of Salu Tonko Islamia, Tegina, Niger State have been reportedly dead. The students were kidnapped on May 30th from the Islamic school in Tegina, Rafi local government area of the state. The principal of their school, Abubakar Garba Al-Hassan, said this on Tuesday. Al-Hassan said the kidnappers had called to say the children died from sickness and to urge that the ransom demand be met. Abubakar Adam, a father of 7 children who are currently in captivity, was said to have further confirmed the development. The bandits had earlier demanded the sum of 110 million, but later raised the ransom figure to 200 million. The parents of the abducted children were said to have paid 30 million naira as ransom to the bandits who refused to release the children. Gunmen have murdered a senior police officer and 8 other persons in Mangu local government area of Plateau State. The policeman, Abdurrahman Isa, was the commander of IGP's intelligence response team based in Mangu. Many people are also reported killed during the attack on Yelwanzangam community in Just North local government. Police command in Plateau State is yet to give details of the incident. Spokesperson of the State Police Command, Uba Ogaba, confirmed the killings of police officer in a statement in Jos on Tuesday. Elsewhere, Fulani leaders in the southwest demand compensation to the families of Fulani travelers recently killed in Plateau State. Sarkin Fulani of Lagos and Chairman Council of Fulani Chiefs in the southwest, Abubakar Bambado, and the Sarkin Fulani of Abekuta, Muhammad Kabir, in an interview with Trust TV's correspondent Abbas Dalibi, also asked the government to bring the perpetrators of the killings to justice.
Su gaggauta fito da waɗannan mutanen da suke wannan abun, kuma su kuma mutanen da iyalansu da wannan abun ya faru da su, muna kira gwamnati su ba su diya, waɗanda kuma suka ji rauni gwamnati su ɗauki nauyin su. Kuma wannan abun yana faruwa a koyaushe. Muna fata gwamnati a wannan lokaci za ta hukunta su, don saboda a baya irin wayannan abubuwan suna faruwa babu hukunci, shi yasa mutanen da suke duk irin wannan abun, don ba yau suka fara wannan abun ba. Muna kira da yan uwa su yi haƙuri, kar su ɗau wato doka a hannunsu, su yi haƙuri mu ga abin da gwamnati za su yi.
Guidance from the highest quarters in Nigeria, the Sheikh Tahiru Bauchi spoke, and the presidency himself assured Nigerians that those evil perpetrators will never go scot-free. And the Plateau State governor even assured us that they have been made, some arrests have been made, about 26 of them, and some at large will still be arrested, on which When we had that, we assured the state governor that there won't be need of any reprisal attack from the community of Fulani, either in Plateau or anywhere in the country by the special grace of God. But we will wait and see and expect the law to take its course on those evil perpetrators.
Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya has charged officers and soldiers to continue to be professional in their handling of security issues in the country. Yahya gave the charge on Monday during a visit to troops of the 2 division headquarters in Ibadan.
The visit is part of the Chief of Army Staff familiarization tour of formations in the country. The Chief of Army Staff, who donated a Hilux vehicle to the Regimental Sergeant Major Unit of the division, eulogized the late former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru.
It's usual after I assume command to go around and see the troops on the ground. It's not as if we don't know what they are doing, but it's a military ethics to visit the ground and see and interact with the troops and see firsthand what they are doing and speak to them also and address issues that you will see on the ground.
Yahya also paid a courtesy visit to Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State and commended him for his support to the Nigerian army.
Well, I am in 2 division as a part of my operations visit. It's indeed my maiden operation visit to 2 division since I assumed command as the Chief of Army Staff Nigerian Army. I have addressed officers in the auditorium. I have now just addressed the soldiers, appreciating what they are doing and urging them to even do more, and also urging them to now continue to do things professionally in tandem with our teachings, with our training.
Makinde pledged to continue to support the security agencies in their effort to rid the state of all forms of criminal activities.
They have been supporting us. So I want to plead that we continue in that cooperation between us, and as a government, we can give you the assurance that we do everything humanly possible and within the powers that we have as a government to provide support and also to cooperate, with yourself.
You're watching Trust TV News Update, coming up after the break. 2 deputies lay claim to chairman position. This and more after the break. Stay with us.
Get latest updates on current topical issues and breaking news by downloading the Trust TV mobile app on your Android devices. Go online, click Google Play Store, search Trust TV, install the app, and get doses of unfiltered information on happenings all over the world in your pocket. Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Hello and welcome to Showcase. On Showcase, we are going to be delving into the lives of emerging entrepreneurs across the country.
My calligraphy is Arabic calligraphy. I had written the Quran, the complete Quran, before reaching the age of 12.
From professionals to artisans and even social media influencers, I am going to be taking you on a journey to show you the beautiful, the motivational and the resilient nature of Nigerian entrepreneurs who continue to thrive irrespective of the challenges they face in the country.
Showcase, coming soon on Trust TV.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Here are our top stories. Manhunt for the bandits that attacked the Nigerian Defense Academy, Afaka, Kaduna, has not produced any arrest so far. Gunmen have murdered a senior police officer and 8 other persons in Mangu local government area of Plateau State. Still ahead, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control says the nation's total COVID-19 infections had jumped to over 188,000 across the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory on August 24, 2021. These are the reported cases since the beginning of the pandemic in February 2020 in the country. The NCDC said this via its verified website on Wednesday morning, and that the additional 655 infections reported on Tuesday raised the country's total infections. The NCDC attributed the country's rise in number to the highly transmissible Delta variant and low vaccination rates across the country. It called on Nigerians to get vaccinated. The agency also reported that 5 more COVID-19 related deaths were recorded as at August 24, 2021 in Nigeria, and deaths reported on Tuesday increased the country's fertility figure to 2,281. The NCDC stated that the new cases are reported in 8 states and the FCT. Nigeria Center for Disease Control is to submit a cholera vaccination request to the International Coordinating Group and the Global Task Force for Cholera Control. The Director General NCDC, Dr. Chike Ihekweazu, told newsmen on Tuesday in Abuja that the center would also submit the request to the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency. Ihekweazu noted with concern that deaths arising from cholera had risen to 1,768 as at August 15th. He said over 47,000 suspected cases had also been reported from 23 states since the beginning of 2021. Ihekweazu said the center will soon conduct training on cholera surveillance, hotspot mapping, and development of state-level preparedness and response plans of subsequent cases. The NCDC boss highlighted the lack of potable water in the rural communities, inadequate manpower for cholera outbreak, as well as insufficient vaccine to go around the affected local government areas that had been attributed as challenges being encountered in the course of responding to the outbreak. To reduce the risk of cholera, the NCDC said people must ensure that water is boiled and stored in a clean and safe container before drinking. Deputy National Chairman South Eldeyemi Akinwumi and Deputy National Chairman North Senator Suleiman Nazif are laying claim to the position of National Chairman of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). This followed an order of Rivers State High Court directing Uche Secondus, chairman of the party, to stop parading himself as such pending determination of the suit before it. Akinwumi via a statement announced that with Secondus' suspension, he has the powers to preside over a meeting of the party in acting capacity. He announced the postponement of the NWC meeting slated for Tuesday. In the same vein, Nazif told newsmen at the end of their meeting at the party's national secretariat in Abuja that the National Executive Committee meeting would hold on Friday. Nazif said the Deputy Chairman South is incapacitated and has not been attending National Working Committee meetings of the party. And in business, Town Planners Registration Council of Nigeria inducted 64 newly registered town planners at its 34th induction ceremony. Speaking at the investiture ceremony in Abuja, the president of TOPREC, Isiaku Kura, urged the inductees to uphold the highest professional standard. While asking them to allow Code of Professional Conduct and Practice regulate them, Kura pointed out that their investiture into TOPREC marked a new beginning of their professional life.
In which you have found yourself. Thus, becoming a professional town planner, you are often confronted with a series of urban challenges plaguing the environment. Also, note that your induction is tailored to not only to enable you to understand the do's and the don'ts of the profession and the expectation of the job, but to the building your confidence to contribute more effectively whenever you find yourself.
While first stating with you, it is necessary to state that the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners will be looking up onto you as the future of this profession to demonstrate high level of competence and integrity in your newly acquired professional life and status. We're hoping to hear good news of your exploits, your bold moves to uphold the ethics of the profession, as well as your respect for professionals and professionalism.
Do not see attaining the status of the register planner as an end. Rather, it is the beginning. You have just begun. Begin a lifetime of proactive learning. Proactive, that means you don't wait to be told to go and learn. Let us have an attitude of being a perpetual learner. Not only proactive learning, but proactive adapting. Proactive adapting to changes. And proactive improvisation to keep in step with the changing practice environment.
He has sent his congratulatory message to those of us being inducted here today. And he has also charged us to be of high standard in whatever we find ourselves, be it in private practice or in the public sector. He also sent words to TOPREC that he has been enjoying the collaboration between the TOPREC and the ministry, and that this partnership during his reign will be sustained and even beyond.
It's a very big privilege to be here. Not just to be here, to have gone through the whole processes of the exams, both the written, the oral, and whole what not have. Even in this present economy, we're able to make our payments, and here we are today, being issued our seals and certificates. We're very, very happy. Having listened to all the advices, all the prayers, all the lectures by our fathers, we all say thank you very much.
Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission has announced plans to commence the process for a new revenue sharing formula for the federal, state and local governments. RMAFC Chairman Elias Simba made the announcement on Tuesday at a press briefing in Abuja. Under the new regime, according to Mba, revenue for the federal, state and local governments as proposed by the Commission is pegged at 52.6%, 26.7% and 20.6% respectively. He believes the new sharing formula will help address issues of poor infrastructure, ecological challenges and the series of agitations for a review. The new revenue sharing formula is expected to be implemented by the end of 2021, 28 years after the Commission conducted a review. And on the foreign scene, Vladimir Putin says Russia will not interfere in Afghanistan and that Moscow had learned from the Soviet occupation of the country a week after the Taliban swept back into power. Moscow invaded Afghanistan in 1979 to support an Afghan communist government in conflict with Muslim guerrilla fighters. The decade-long war there left up to 2 million Afghans dead, forced 7 million more from their homes, and led to the death of more than 14,000 Soviet troops. Putin's comments came after Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said U.S. forces were pawning off Afghans fleeing the Taliban to neighboring Moscow-allied Central Asia. Putin has warned against an influx of refugees from Afghanistan, saying militants could enter Russia under the guise of seeking asylum. And in sports, the Tokyo Paralympics opened with howling guitars and neon-streaked performance on Tuesday, with athletes ready to defy stereotypes and shatter records despite a year-long pandemic delay. Japan's Emperor Naruhito declared the Games open, surrounded by vacant seats at the 68,000-capacity Olympic Stadium, with various rules banning spectators from almost all events. International Paralympic Committee President Andrew Parsons hailed the athletes as beacons of hope who had put blood, sweat and tears into preparing for the event. A parade of roughly 3,400 Paralympians and team officials entered the stadium wearing masks but waving and dancing after the disappointment of the postponement and worries about a potential cancellation. The 13-day Paralympics, with 539 gold medals up for grabs across 22 sports, arrived 2 weeks after the close of an Olympics that also took place almost entirely behind closed doors over virus fears. Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen has been handed a 2-match ban following a red card offence he committed against Venezia in Serie A game on Sunday. Napoli had hoped that the striker would only miss the clash against Genoa this weekend as they believed it was not violent conduct. However, Serie A disciplinary committee see the challenge which led to his dismissal as violent conduct and has subsequently banned him for 2 games. In addition, Osimhen was also fined £5,000. The 2-match ban means Osimhen will miss the clash against Genoa this week, but more importantly, the huge clash against Juventus after the international break next month. However, according to Di Marzio, Napoli still plans to appeal, hoping they can reduce the ban to just 1 game. But should they fail in their appeal, it means Osimhen will miss Serie A games against Juventus this season, as he wouldn't be available for the second leg, which is scheduled for January, due to Nigeria's involvement in next year's Africa Cup of Nations. Well, that's it on news updates. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Zainab Bella. Thank you for watching.